your fear of looking dumb and cringe is stopping you from getting what you want. I wouldn't be here talking in front of the camera and posting this on YouTube if I really care about what people will gonna say about me. If there's a specific person that has a lot of things to say about you negatively, don't worry, babe, because it's never personal. I mean, I know it hurts, but over time, you need to like practice to yourself that you don't control that. It's beyond your control. Hi, everyone. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to another session of this podcast. So, tonight, I love to say that I'm finally free to make another session of this podcast because in the past days I've been busy with a lot of exams, a lot of reviewing to do, and a lot of activities from school to do. So I've been busy, but I got a lot of ideas and I'm so excited to share that with you all. But this podcast tonight is going to be the first idea that I'm going to share with you all. And I still cannot grasp, or I don't have a specific title for this one, but let's figure it out in this process of talking on it. But I would love to hear or read your all ideas in the comment sections about this thing that I'm going to talk about with you all. And I think the thing that we're going to talk about or tackle about and explore about is about the things that make people hold themselves back on pursuing whatever endeavor that they wanted to pursue or dream that they wanted to pursue, whatever is that, the thing that holding you back. It doesn't matter if it is yourself, it is your fear of judgment, it is the fear of you looking dumb or making a mistake or being or perceiving yourself as cringe in performing or whatever you wanted to do, such as like self-limiting beliefs, doubts, and whatever. Well, I love to talk about that because I feel like, and I strongly believe also that there's a lot of people that wanted to get through that, to like really master how to deal with that, because yeah, I mean, like, sorry for the thing, but I feel like I strongly believe that there's a lot of people who wanted to deal with that, to learn how to deal with that, to get through that, so that they can able to do whatever that they wanted to do in life, such as pursuing whatever dream that they want, or getting a new job, starting a business, or a relationship, or whatever is that, you know. And keep in mind, because it's going to be based on my experiences, but as I reflect on my past podcast episode, I feel like I'm always rambling or ranting about my experiences and not with you all, like talking with you all. So in this podcast, I will try my best to be so engaging with you all, to engage as much as possible with you all, to read whatever you all think about this thing, whatever I'm saying with this. But yeah, tonight is going to be a lovely topic for me, and I hope it is for you all. And I hope some of you are going to be, like relate on this. And I hope in the end of this video podcast, you're going to have kind of relief or advice or wisdom that came from me. So, as I said earlier, this podcast session for tonight is all about for those people who wanted to move forward, to pursue a endeavor or a new job or a new potential relationship, whatever is that. I hope this is going to be helpful because this is deeply rooted from my experiences, such as, and also, yeah. Hmm. First is I wanted to start this podcast session with the line and phrases of your fear of looking dumb and cringe is stopping you from getting what you want. So we always saw that. We always saw that in many places, especially across the internet, right? And it really resonates with me because it's about those people that fear judgment. They fear those perception of people fit them that doesn't fit them, and they care a lot about how they were going to be perceived, to the point that they fall into paralysis of not actually doing what they wanted to do. And I hate to say that because I feel like there's a lot of people, most of people, and especially you who are watching this, I feel like you can relate in a sense, and maybe you can relate 100% at a time, because you're not going to click this video if you don't relate on this. But thankfully, this video is about how to overcome it, how to get through that, how to deal with that, and how to change your brain chemistry on thinking that you need to control your life now. You need to reclaim your life now. So yeah, let's get into it. So my experiences on that is, first of all, I wouldn't be here talking in front of the camera and posting this on YouTube if I really care about what people would will gonna say about me. And keep in mind that I have real life too. A lot of people know that I do podcasts and they have something to say about it, but also I'm full aware that they have a certain a specific perception about me for doing this. And I hate to say this because you need to keep in mind, you need to always remember that you don't control what people are going to think about you. Whatever that you're going to do, whatever's that is, they have a lot of things to say about you, to think about you. And good news, because it's not about you. It's never personal. And I'm not manipulating anything about these phrases, but it's true because most of the time we see a specific person or specific circumstances or things that actually just came from our mind. Most of the time we just project whatever is within us. Actually, I can't like really grasp the right term or words for that, but just like that, you know. I mean, my point is, if there's a specific person that has a lot of things to say about you negatively, don't worry, babe, because it's never personal. I mean, I know it hurts, but over time, you need to like practice to yourself that you don't control that. It's beyond your control, and at the end of the day, you're going to be in the ground. We're all gonna die, and I know it's very existentialist, but it really saves me a lot. It's really this thought, this phrases that someday we're all gonna die, and you regret not doing whatever that you wanted to do because you're so scared of being perceived, you're so scared of being seen, you're so scared to do whatever that you wanted to do because this specific person or Karen and etc. is going to say shit about you. And at the end of the day, you're in your deathbed and thinking you should have done that, whatever you wanted to do. But you're there now in your deathbed. You regret it all. And I hate to say that because I hate regret. I learn a lot about. I learn about it. I don't want to feel about it anymore. So I changed that. I changed it. Does that make sense? So where we at is I wanted to also share about before. I wanted also to share that before starting this YouTube channel, I also have the kind of fear that you all feel, the kind of fear that people are going to see you doing this, or the kind of fear that one day they will see you make a mistake and make a big deal out of it, right? And it's scary. It's a scary thought. I know it's a scary thought. No one wanted that, but the thing is, I am here and still doing podcast videos despite of the flaws, the mistakes, or whatever that is. But because I think about these important phrases in my mind, what really matters for me, what really felt true to me, and what really felt true to me is that I really wanted this. I really wanted this kind of thing. I really wanted to do this despite of the opinions, projections, perception of people on me by doing this. Because if you really think about it, you need to really reflect if you can tolerate that kind of price. The price of doing whatever that you wanted to do, the price of being your authentic self and actually pursuing that thing is this. You need to accept that people had a lot of had a lot of things to say about you. Whatever you do, good or bad, whatever, they got a lot of things to say about you. But as I said earlier, it's never personal. And it takes time to really process and accept that it's never personal because maybe some of you all are thinking maybe I'm just manipulating or making a cliche phrases here, but it's not personal. People project their insecurities as such as you, and you are important actually. If people talk about behind your back, whatever you do, it is all about mindset shift, constantly reminding yourself that this is the price that you pay for pursuing this. And this is the price that I pay for pursuing this. I know, I know it. I kind of relate on that. That's why I'm making this video. And second is about what I wanted to talk about. Secondly, for this topic is that our dreams are not random. I love that. I love the thought of that our dreams are not random because there's there's a there's your inner self that believes that you have potential for that. Your dreams are not random. It's not random that you think you wanted to do a certain or specific business. It's not random that you wanted to be a content creator or just post a video for fun. It's not random that you wanted to become a singer, a dancer, or whatever is that creative endeavor. It's not random. It's something inside of you that's calling that you have this, you have potential. And also, it's correlated with the fact that some people actually also has something to say about you, especially negatively, because they see potential in you. And maybe you need to start also to see that on you. I should take my advice. Actually, I'm practicing that, and let's practice that, guys, to see the potential in us, to align our actions with our vision. For this topic, third phrases for this topic is if it's not you versus them, then it's you versus you. So let's say you finally get through or know how to deal with, fear of being seen, fear of being perceived on whatever you're doing, pursuing. Now it is the time that it's you versus you. I really relate a lot about it because it's you versus you. It says a lot of things because if you are pursuing something, you're going to fall into your laziness, procrastination, self-talk, negative self-talk, and negative self-beliefs. Actually, limiting beliefs. Yeah. So it's you versus you. Finally, you don't care about what people say. You don't give a fuck. You are unbothered about it. Now you are you versus you because it's natural for us, especially if we are pursuing something. It's natural for us to have self-doubt, to have self-limiting beliefs, and just the negative thoughts that is this working? Is this worth it? Like, you know? So, in the very first place, it's you versus you because you need to reframe your negative self beliefs. And I'm going to share what is my advices on that. So, first is I journal a lot. So it's really important for me to remind myself of who I am, of what I don't want to, what I like, what I wanted to do, and especially my intention on doing whatever that I wanted to pursue or do. Because it's really important. It's really important because you're having this kind of autonomy, this kind of freedom to decide for yourself, just for yourself out of your authenticity and not for other people. So you are building this kind of autonomy. It's really beneficial for us to journal. Second is to get through my self-limiting beliefs and self-doubt is I actually act on it, whatever that I wanted to do. Like, let's say if I say I needed to do this tomorrow or next week because for me it's really important, or I can sleep because I feel like I needed to like really do this kind of project or what or podcast or whatever is that. If you say that you wanted to do that in this specific day, you need to show that to yourself. You need to be reliable. You need to show for yourself that you are a reliable person, that you can trust yourself anytime. But by doing that, you need to act on it. You need to act on whatever that you wanted to do, that you promised yourself to do. And actually, earlier, I kind of don't have a motivation to make a podcast video earlier because it's my rest day and I just came back from a lot of exam activities from our midterm week, and I was like, oh no, I promised to myself this year that I'm going to be consistent and that I can't be just lazy, and because I promised to myself that this is the schedule for my podcast. And so even though I wanted to rest or like watch a movie marathon, I canceled that. So now I'm making this podcast. So as you can see, it's all about me versus me, and my obstacle here now is me. All of the decisions that I'm constantly making every day, day by day. Be intentional, act on it. Because this is really what I love, and I'm going to journal about it also. That your vision, your dreams, if you don't act on it, it's just a vision and dream forever. You're just self deluded. You're just delusional if you don't act on it. I will repeat. Dreams without action is just a delusion, and you're just a self deluded if you don't act on it. So please, please make yourself a favor and act on it. Just as I'm doing it, yeah, I'm trying, kind of trying. So yeah, that's just it. That's a wrap, guys. And as I promised in my previous podcast that I'm going to post 2 times a week this whole year because I'm building tolerance for that, despite of my schedules, my midterms, my finals, whatever. And yeah, we're going to practice that. We're going to persevere in this act, whatever that you are pursuing. I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself too. That you can, that you can. No shit, you can, because the very first step that you do today is to click this video because it's a sign that you wanted to improve. That I'm not saying that there's something wrong with you or you need to constantly improve what is wrong with you or whatever. You are enough. But by acknowledging also that you are enough, you also need to acknowledge that there is a lot of things that needs also to improve in you. And yeah, be compassionate with yourself, be kind, and always remind that you do all the work to get here. Happy New Year, guys, and thank you so much for the people don't that doesn't stop supporting me until this time. Thank you. I'm really, really going. I'm really, really love if you're going to comment or share your thoughts about this kind of topic. And wherever journey you are in, I'm really love